Here we go. What is going on, guys? Welcome to Photogromer Live, hashtag PG Live, episode 4, recorded live on May 30th, 2017. Joining me today on the couch is Mr. Wally. Right here. Oh. Look. Mr. Like Wally's back by popular demand.
Who asked for me?
Nobody. Oh. Mason did. Mason asked for you.
Hey, Mason.
Today, we're going to be looking at your Grom and Z125 user-submitted photos. We got 8 of them to look at today. Here we go. So, if you're not familiar with the show, Photogromer Live is a live show every other Tuesday from this point on, so May 30th. Next one will be right after we get back from the crawl. The Smoky Crawl. So
all about the quarrel.
So we're getting lit on Aquafina tonight. We're hitting up the stunt lot after this, so we're hydrating. So if we're slurring our words, not because we're drunk, it's because we're not drunk. But we're gonna be going to the crawl next Thursday, I think.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday through Monday. So if you guys are in the area, head out to that. But today, again, Photogromer Live is user submitted Grom and Z125 photos that we're going to be reviewing here on the show live, talking about them, editing them, and at the end of the show, we're going to award one winner, and they will be featured on the website and get a nice award. So, last week, or last episode, we had Mr. Steven Tripp. He won with this shot. Before that, we had Mr. Faith Riding Johnny on episode 2, and the first one was Blaine with his Z125. So, this show will be the 4th one. After this one, episode 5, which will be right after the Smoky Mountain Crawl 2 weeks from today. We're going to have a showcase showdown type thing. So all the awards or the winners of the previous 4 episodes are going to compete for a win, for a winner for the winner. So Mr. Wally here, he's going to be talking to you guys in the live chat. If you're chatting in the live chat, feel free to ask.
What's a fruit boot? I don't know what a fruit boot is.
Someone's asking what a fruit boot is?
Well, he asked if we decided between a unicycle or fruit boots. I didn't know if there was something previously that happened, but
I wasn't there for that one.
I'm voting fruit boots.
Fruit boots. So if you want to engage with Mr. Wally, he's there talking to you guys in the live chat. If you want to ask some questions, you can do it there, or you can use the hashtag PG Live on Twitter, and we'll try to get some of those questions and comments on the air sometime during the show. All right, without further ado, we're going to jump into the user submitted photos. The first one, let's just bring that up. Comes in from Mr. Tony Sway here. Tony Sway, let me pull up his details. Wally, I didn't give you that information, did I?
Nope.
Perfect.
Can't read it either.
All right. Tony Sway. His Instagram name is @Instagrammer. He's from Buffalo, New York. He's got a 2017 Honda Grom High Vis Yellow. None of these 2 shots are his, by the way, so he's doing some rolling shots, but he did not submit any photo of himself. So, a little bit different than what we're used to, but his mods on his bike, you know what, it doesn't even matter what his mods are, but he's got a big stack here. Let's see, here are some roller shots I took of our Buffalo Grom Squad members. His questions were, any tips, he just said, any tips on shooting and always appreciate it. I was communicating with this guy a couple days before he submitted, just gave him a couple tips. So, his camera was a Canon T5i with a 10-18 wide-angle lens, and his question was, none, as you always respond to me via Instagram. You truly are an awesome guy to have representing the Grom and motovloggers. How about that, Wally?
I wasn't listening, but
perfect.
Okay.
All right, so Mr. Tony here, I appreciate the kind words.
Tony's here in the chat. I like your Grom. Looks good, at least from that shot.
Well, this isn't his Grom, remember?
Oh, he says that's me.
You said that's him?
He says, woohoo, that's me.
No, he's saying he took these shots.
Oh.
So like, woohoo, this is, yeah.
No. Okay.
So if Wally was listening, he would know that he didn't submit his actual Grom photos. These are ones he took of his Buffalo Grom Squad members. So he's got this guy here on a white 17. And he's got this guy popping a squat on his 14 or 15 with, what kind of exhaust is this, Wally?
I don't know.
I've seen that a couple times. Forgot what it's called.
Miles has it.
Got some high socks here. So nice. So shots, what do you think, Wally? I'll let you kind of lead us off with that. Here's the first one.
So you're gonna let the guy who knows nothing about photography lead off?
What do you think about him?
Besides a huge light in my face,
Mm-hmm.
I like the first one.
Like this guy better?
Yeah, I like that one.
All right, we're gonna edit this one. So
got that lens flare.
you like that lens flare? All right. So good looking shots. I'm not sure how much you edited these. Straight out of the bat, let's just look real quick. You might have. It looks pretty close to straight out of camera. Yeah, these are good rollers. So you shot this at 1/100 f10, all the way wide open at 10 millimeters on that 10 to 18 crop. So I think that's 10. So that's like a 17-16 millimeter on a full frame. Yeah, I mean pretty good rollers. I love rollers. So this is my like signature wide angle look that I go for. As far as like editing and stuff like that, I kind of just do. I go through and just do like onesie twosies here. I'll kind of bring focus back to the rider a little bit, and I'll probably brighten this up a little bit. It's kind of got a little dark here, and contrast pretty good. Blacks, I might crush the blacks a little bit, bring a little clarity in there. But right out of the bat, I mean, pretty good. So this is your before, your after. I mean, pretty solid shots, easy to work with. So yeah, great shots, man. I'd love to see your bike. So if you resubmit, spend some time and just resubmit with photos of your Grom, and we'll go through your mods on the next one. But yeah, I think real solid shots here. This one, yeah, this one's good. The only, I would, maybe just this probably at 1/100 too, 1/125. If you slow it down a little bit more and you have like telephone poles or trees and stuff in the background, it'll just blur that a little bit more. You're probably going pretty slow, like 10 or 15. I think that's why I told you to go. So if you're doing those rolling shots, what I tell people to do is go like 10 to 15 miles an hour. Just keep it steady and smooth. Have both Groms working, so the shooting vehicle or shooting Grom up front, hanging back, whoever's going with them, just go at the same speed. And then your background's going to be blurred, but your subject will be in focus. So that's kind of the trick on doing these rolling shots, is you both got to go the exact same speed, and then you can slow down your shutter. But yeah, great shots, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you resubmit with some photos of yourself. But yeah, solid shots. I think you're going to be a good player here when it comes to submitting, and maybe the winner at the end. So we'll see at the end. We're going to vote together between the guys in the live chat and myself and Wally, and we'll pick a winner at the end. All right, next person up. Moving right along to Mr. Jordan. Uh-oh, we got a laugh from Wally. Let's put him on the spot. What you got, Wally?
How is your baby doing? I told them it was asleep because it was born this morning, but it's not.
Jesus, my baby's doing good. So baby's still in the womb. So not coming out till October. Was not born, regardless of what Wally tells you. Was not born this morning. Still in the womb. So there you go. There's the picture of it. I don't know if that's not the latest. So we had the 20-week ultrasound last week, so everything's good, everything's normal, got all the fingers and toes and all that good stuff. So yeah, appreciate it. Baby's doing good. Any other questions, Wally, right now? All right, while you're working on that, ask some questions in the live chat. We'll get to them. We're going to go to Jordan. Jordan is from the Tampa Grom squad, so before we jump into his pictures, let's read his submission details. Jordan lives in Newport Richey, Florida. He's got a 2017 Honda Grom, TSD sliders, blinkers, twin turbos, 22-inch rims, zero loopies. I'd never read this until right now.
Zero loopies.
He said he has twin turbos and 22-inch rims. Well played, Jordan. Well played. All right, Jordan copied Mr. Wally's purple Grom here. Did you notice this?
No, so the first time he came out, I was like, what the hell are you doing with purple? But he's just like Mason, where he wants to be all cool like me, but he can't be. So he's got that color shift. So he really copied Mason.
So he's got like the chameleon job going on. So Mr. Jordan is a realtor. So if you guys need to sell or buy your house in the Florida area, he can help you out. He'll be joining us in the Smoky Mountain Crawl. But yeah, photos. I think this was his user submitted one. Wally, which one do you like the best?
Oh,
I like the police one.
I go back. I like that one the most just because it seems to be the best quality.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the coolest photo, I like the cop one.
Cop one's cool.
I don't know. Can you make that any better? It
No.
looks,
yeah, it's a pretty crappy photo.
Yeah.
But I do like the cop being in the background. This one is probably the best one for editing. So you got your leading lines here. I don't really like verticals for these because it's just so small on your guys' screen. But yeah, you got pretty much the same stuff on the left and the right, leading you right to the Grom. So that's pretty good as far as like a photo quality. As far as just bringing your eye to the subject. Let me just mess around here. If you got any questions, read them out while I'm gonna try to edit this one a little bit.
What shutter speed do you use for your rolling shots?
So what I tell people, and I think what I told Tony, is start at like 1/200. Put in TV mode in Canon, or I forgot what it is on Nikon, but pretty much is shutter priority. So if you don't know shutter priority, if you put 1/200, the camera's gonna figure out your aperture. So usually if you bring it down, especially during the day, if you're at like 1/200 or 1/60th or anything like that, your aperture is going to be pretty wide open. So like f16 or f22, so everything's going to be in focus. So 1/200 I would start at, get comfortable with that, and then start working your way down to like 1/60th, 1/50th, somewhere around there, and you'll get a pretty good blurred background with that. But see if I can recover any of these. But yeah, I would start at 1/60th, get comfortable with not shaking your hand when you hold the camera, and then work your way down to 1/50th. I mean, anything under 1/50th, you're usually going to have camera shake or I can't really do much up there. You're going to have a camera shake, or you hit a bump in the road or something. So 1/100 is a pretty good one for if you're going like 20 miles an hour. That'll give you a nice blur. Just keep it steady, hold it out, whatever you're doing it, make sure you hold it steady, and then just spray away. Put it on continuous mode if you have that, and then just spray away, because you're going to get bumps in the road. They're going to slow down, you're going to slow down. There's going to be reasons why they're not going to be perfectly going the same speed as you. So 1/100, 1/125, something like that, and you just spray away. You'll get some keepers doing it that way.
Hey,
yeah.
You used to have a 1000 or a 600?
I had both.
You had both, okay.
Yeah.
You had Jixes, right?
Yeah, so I started with a, let's put this one, look at that, Photogromer Live. Look at that, see that?
Hey, do they know your name's Eric? Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Hi, I'm Eric. Nice to meet you. I had a GS6R. I'll just answer the question so you don't have to type. GS6R.
They want to talk to me.
Oh, sorry, man.
But
so I had a GS6R 600, 2002. Got it brand new. I was a senior in high school, so do the math. And had that until 2007. Traded it for a 1000. Crashed that into a guardrail like 3 months after I got it. Turned it into a track bike. Did a couple track events and then sold it. Then bought a 04 600 like maybe 3 years ago. Got bored of it, sold it, and then the Grom was the next bike after that. So yeah, did have big bikes before, just got rid of them, got sick of them. Jordan, good pictures, man. This one's probably my favorite here. Yeah, so we'll move ahead and move on to number 3 here, Mr. Justin. So let me just pull up Mr. Justin here. Let's go with this one. So while he is talking to you guys in the live chat again, if you want to jump in
with questions, you too, Jonathan.
Justin's or comments, questions or comments. I said Justin or comments. If you have questions or comments, ask in the live chat. All right. Number 3 is Mr. Justin from Grom Garage. He's resubmitting. He was on episode 1. I tore apart his submission, so he went back out and redid it, and he's coming in firing with some good shots here. So his visuals, for list any mics or any mod you have on the bike, visuals, he's got Battleship Gray and carbon fiber vinyl wrap, high-vis yellow pro powder-coated wheels, powder-coated black rear sets, custom high-vis yellow badge, custom retrofit projector with switchback, halo, white and orange, man-in-the-box fender eliminator, custom LED, Blaster X integrated LED tail light, bar end mirrors, flush mount turn signals, TST, axle sliders, license plate light, OTB prototype clear cam covers, chain adjusters, axle spools, black eBay pegs, engine EBC heavy duty clutch springs, airbox mod, Yoshimura exhaust. He's got a 14 tooth front sprocket, 37 in the rear, DID 420 chain, KX60 shifter. Did you do that?
Yeah, I did the KX shifter on it. It just replaces the entire shift linkage, so you don't even need anything in there more. It's just a direct shift now. Neutral's harder to find for sure, but shifting on its own is just a lot better.
Like, you can't find neutral. Isn't that the big problem?
That's always on the Grom. You can never find neutral, but when I put the new shifter on, it got even worse to where now
I thought that was supposed to fix it though.
I'm just like
So it just helps you get
It's just it's a
You'll
more,
never hit a false neutral.
I never hit a false neutral.
Yeah.
It's just a more firm shift every time. Like sometimes when I'd go to shift from second to third, first to second in a wheelie, it would just and not go in.
Right.
Now it's a full on.
Full in. Okay. So just don't get neutral while you jump up there, buddy. So, all right, let's go through the stuff. So, where did I end? Engine, break-in, $15 fork mods, Honda mini bars. He's got stainless steel brake lines, ASV levers. He's got brake fluid, .4 brake fluid, power pures, 140, 120, or 140s in the rear, 120 in the front. Mounted correctly, so apparently I mounted mine wrong. Did you know that?
Your tires?
Yeah.
I did not know.
So I was reading on it today. We remember somebody on the first one commented on his, they were mounted backwards or whatever.
Yeah, I remember.
Apparently you're supposed to do like, even though the arrow points the correct way, you're supposed to do it backwards on the front, so the arrows are almost pointing in towards each other.
Really?
Yeah. So I took it to
then mine are on backwards.
Yeah,
too.
I took it to a Honda dealership and they mounted them, so they thought they were right. But I was reading up on it today, so let's look at that. So on the Pilot Pures, let's go right here. Yeah, the fat little parts down here is wider. Mine's reversed.
Yeah,
and
mine's reversed too.
Yeah, so apparently it's supposed to be, they're supposed to sandwich each other. Yeah, intermix. I never knew that. I don't know. Somebody pointed it out last time. All right. So let's go to the photos. So, Mr. Wally, what do you think?
Sweet ass battleship. I see a lot of money. Lots of money.
So this is submitted shot. So this is one submitted shot. All the rest are supporting shots.
Okay.
So for a submitted shot,
looks pretty badass.
Pretty dope, huh?
I don't know. I don't know what you always say about it. Like, I don't know, that rule of thirds crap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like when they're always, like, super off-centered, things like that.
So
I think I prefer the left a little bit more than the right.
Yeah, so the rule of thirds is, let me just hit my R here on Lightroom. That's going to give me, you can see the lines right here. Let me just close that, make it bigger. So he's got his bike on the third. So the only thing I would change here with the rule of thirds is move it. If you have it pointed this way, and, well, so this is going that way, this is going that way, so I kind of like that. But if you have it going this way, I would probably put it on this side and then maybe position it so more of the battleship's over here. So if it's pointing, let's go this way. If it's pointing, there we go. If it's pointing that way, if your grom's pointing that way, which it is, I would put it on this one. I'd put it on this third right here, so the bottom one, or I'd reverse the grom so it's facing the opposite way. So it's pointing. So whichever way it's pointing, I like to leave more space open, negative space on the other side. So since it's pointing this way, I would probably put the grom over here and leave the negative space over there. But besides that, I mean, this is an amazing shot compared to what he first submitted. Do we still have that?
Oh, he did a first.
Yeah, remember? Let's see if we still have that. So episode 1, Justin. There he is.
Oh, that was the same one?
That was his submission. Yeah, so this is what it looked like once upon a time.
Is that the same bike?
Same bike.
Wow.
And that's what it looks like now.
That's great.
So,
yeah. Oh yeah.
If nothing else, man, you did some amazing stuff on the Grom itself. It looks hot. Faith Ryan Johnny has a similar layout, but he's got like a digi wrap. But yeah, I love this two-tone. I love the high vis with the gray. Looks really good. The Battleship gray. I love the shot, man. I think the shot's great. The only thing I see, it's a little contrasty. So in the middle of the day, you get these like yellow, orange, greenish grass. So if you bring the contrast down just a little bit, that'll help. And then crush the blacks a little bit, shadows up a little bit of clarity. So let's see if we can't bring this in. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. So that's probably a little too much. But yeah, you gotta watch. So if you do this in the middle of the day, which you did, you can see from the shadow, the grass. I hate shooting on the grass in the middle of the day, just because it gets so contrasty. It's that weird orange, yellow, greenish grass. Yeah, besides that, the shot's pretty amazing, man. I think you did really good on redoing it.
You're bald.
This is episode 4, guys. You should be used to this by now. Yeah, so good shot, man, Justin. Thanks for resubmitting. Definitely contender for the win here. And the mods, the changes you did to the bike are amazing. And he'll be at Grom Garage. If you guys haven't checked him out, check him out on YouTube. they'll be out the Smoky Mountain Crawl too. So looking forward to meeting you guys in person. All right, let's move on to number 4 here. Keep it rolling. Number 4 is from Mr. Paul. He's in Rhode Island. He's got 27 Grom. His Instagram is MSX _ what?
Warhawk guy?
Warhawk.
Okay. He wants us to compare his first 2 as well.
When did he submit the first one?
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Let's see if we have that. Episode 2. Paul. Here he is. Okay. So here. I remember Paul's. I remember this one. Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember I said it looked like Britain. It was very stony. Okay, so this is Paul's submission from episode 1 or episode 2. He's resubmitting on episode 4. Let's go back to Paul. All right, here's Paul's. All right, let's go back to his mods. Read those again. So,
shit.
See the mods?
No, I like the bike.
You like the bike? Okay. So mods, let's go check those guys out. Mods, we have a custom P40 Warhawk theme wrap. It's pretty nice, huh?
Oh, yes. If you're talking to me or not.
Co-host here. TSD Industry Smoke Mount Flush blinkers front and rears.
Can you zoom in all of them?
Yeah, just lose that. So
That's fine. I just can't see.
there it is. See it right there.
That's
right
all
there.
a wrap?
That's all a wrap apparently. Yeah. I mean, obviously they didn't paint it, but
Well, no, I mean...
pretty good wrap job. I don't know who wrapped it, but
That's
from what I heard, it's really hard to wrap these things.
Probably the coolest wrap I've ever seen on a Grom.
Yeah.
I think I already got my vote.
For the wrap job, if nothing else. Yeah, good wrap job. I hear it's really hard to wrap these things. Pro Taper bars, built well, white leather diamond pattern grips. These guys up here, okay?
So, grips.
Yeah, grips. MZS shorty levers, bar end mirrors, Blue Ridge decal 4Qs. So that's the 4Qs right there, matte black, which looks really good. A lot better than mine. Blacked out rear sets. Nice. I should do that to mine. Black leather and white stitching custom seat. Nice. Icon brushed titanium back pegs. Where are those at? Black front pegs. Oh, right here. Okay. TSD fender eliminator stock exhaust with no cover. That's what I got, the stock exhaust, but I didn't put a sticker on that. That looks a lot better with the sticker.
I'm sure it's just a photo.
I think he's spray painting it too. It looks like he's spray painting it. I think he's spray painting it. If is he in there? Ask him if he's spray painted it. Hey, did you spray paint your exhaust? Because mine is really matte looking. Full LED kit, full motion, and touch activated alarm. Photos taken with his iPhone 7, no filter. All right, let's go through the photos while we're waiting for him to reply. So, besides the fact that they're all portrait mode, not landscape, which was in the guidelines, but I'll allow it. Yeah, photos are a lot better. We can actually see it. The bike's a lot cleaner too. So no filters attached, which I love. So now I can actually edit these. Out of these, I'd probably go with this one right here. So you got your leading lines with the wood plank leading straight up. And you got the exhaust side, so the bike's leaning away. You got the sun behind you.
He painted it.
He painted it? Okay, nice. So you got the sun behind you, so it's lighting up this guy. So you're just a little bit off axle on your vertical. So I just straighten out a little bit, move it over, boom. So now you're straight up and down. You don't have that weird JDM tilt. I'd probably bring some darkness here, some darkness there. Bring the saturation down a little bit up top. And shadows, get rid of that. This I'd probably bring down even more.
They say you should name your son after me.
Wallace. My son's name is going to be Jackson.
Jackson.
Just so you guys know. All right, so quick edit right here. Yeah, your photos are definitely improved a lot, man. Good job. Like the way you changed the Grom too. So before and after, just change. So just make it a little, correct the verticalness, and then just brought it in a little bit, cropped it, brought the darkness on the foreground and the background, just so you guys can see. Brings your eye to the center, but you put the sun behind you, you lean the bike the right way, looks good. The scheme on the bike is outstanding. What's the sticker on the exhaust? Answer that when you get a chance, buddy.
Hey, do you watch hockey?
I do. The bolts. Are you typing this? Because they can just hear me say it.
Yeah, but it takes forever.
So anyway, yeah, good job, man. Great resubmission. And you gave me something to work with as far as editing. So no filter definitely helps. All right, let's take some questions. So if you got some questions, ask them in the live chat. Mr. Dusk Rider's up next.
Oh shit.
Sure, let's take a break. Let's take a break.
What?
Yeah, we gotta wait to get into Mr. Mason.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
So let's see what we got for questions. Go ahead, Wally. Give me what you got.
All right. So as always, it always comes in. Do you want a supermoto?
Everybody always asks that.
Everyone always asks if you want a supermoto. Oh, also, Moto Princess is asking if you know where Croatia is.
Yeah.
And
I do.
Yeah, they don't like Croatia.
They don't like Croatia.
That's where they live.
Oh, okay. I thought they was asking me if I knew what it was, and they just didn't like it. Yeah, I know where it's at. And I'm sorry that you don't like it. Maybe Wally's single, so you can marry him, and he can bring you over to the U.S. Probably work out.
Why are you calling me Willie? It's not Willie. Someone's calling me Willie.
Oh, okay.
There was another question. Someone wants you to check out their channel.
Okay.
They used to live here in Oldsmar or something like that.
Good question. Shout out. I'm going to pull up the live chat.
Oh, there you go.
And I'll just go through some of these. So let's look here.
There you go. Freddie Belong.
Oh, where'd it go? Live chat. Actually, you know what I'll do, guys?
And give a shout out to Random TV One.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out here in a second. Let me just... What I'm going to do, guys, is...
Shut up, Mason.
We'll bring Mason's shot on there in a second. Go to YouTube. Go to my channel. Look, I'm live. Boom.
No,
How's that?
everyone's going to call it Willie.
Pop out chat. All right, so here we go. We got the live chat here. We're just going to go through some of these questions. If you have questions, ask them in the live chat, then we'll jump back into it. Let's start with, well, hold on. Hold that thought. Hold on. If you got some questions,
you should
ask
get
them.
hats. I would wear a hat if you made one.
What kind of hat?
I don't know. Someone asked if you're going to come with snapbacks.
Snapbacks. Why? Because I'm bald?
They said for people with bad helmet hair.
I have great helmet hair. All right, let's go through some questions here. I'm just going to read up here, go down. Photo looks dope already. MSX Warhawk. Yeah, man. Since he has all his fingers and toes, he can be Jackson 5. Oh, got a comedian in here. I like it. Eric, have you been caught by the police except the one time your friend did with Willie? Oh, Willie. How many times have we gotten pulled over? Probably just that once, right?
I've never been stopped.
The helicopter was the only time I've been pulled over, but we talked to cops like every other day we're out. The cops will come up to us or come to a lot or something. So we deal with cops a lot, but I've only been pulled over once, no ticket. I don't think anybody's got a ticket on the Grom in a good minute, to be honest. Decal on the exhaust is steel and strength and steel. Got it. Shout out. Random TV 1. So Dusk Rider's going to go watch The Bachelorette. Stickman thinks Wally's so sexy. Should make a video up in Wikiwachi. Want to go up to Wikiwachi? That's nice. Yeah, we can do that. So Wikiwachi is Crystal River area. So really nice rivers.
We're just going to go in the rivers, right? We're not going to Grom.
Well, we'll Grom to the rivers and then go in the rivers. And then, yeah. East London Grom's in here. Recommended billet plate for Kitako clutch spring 6% stiffer. I've already installed the springs, just need the plate. Who do I use?
What?
Billet. How Raceworks just started doing billet covers again, and they got the springs, so check them out. How Raceworks. I think it's what E though. Just Google it. That's the one I have for the CNC, the machine clutch plate. Go for that one. I like that one. Double Trouble, shout out, buddy. All right, we're going to jump back in here. Ban Obama. Why do we got to ban Obama? Grom Garage is in here. What's up, Grom Garage? Double Trouble. Dusk Rider's got some eyeballs still here. All right, what's my Snapchat?
Photogromer.
It's everything. Photogromer and everything. Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, MySpace.
MySpace. You know MySpace?
I like MySpace. All right, let's jump in there. We're going to do Mr. Dusk Rider Vlogs. Mr. Dusk Rider Vlogs. Do we want to read his
Yeah, I'll read his mods off.
Okay, can you see him?
Yeah, I can see him. You gonna pull the photo up?
Oh, you can't see him right now. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on, this is freezing. All right. Resume that. Okay. Can you see it?
It's not up.
What about now?
Okay.
So Dusk Rider is number 5. Here you go.
All right. So Dusk Rider, which is Mason Lovelace, he got a bunch of gay shit all over his bike. He can't do wheelies because he can't use his foot brake.
Sounds about right.
He only uses a handbrake. He somehow got really, really good. I think he runs on 0 PSI. He only uses the rear rim to balance. One time, I saw him scrape his 3-foot-long bar, and it was pretty crazy. Other than that, all of his photos suck.
All right. So, Mr. Dusk Rider Vlogs, here you go. Moving right along to number 6, Mr. Cameron.
Well, he moved right along. You didn't even go back to him.
Oh, we're actually gonna review him. I thought after that intro we just kind of shunned him. All right, Dusk Rider here. Let's give him a shout out.
That's not even him in the photos. That's Miles. Hey, Miles.
That is Miles right there. Let me go ahead and bring up him. He's got one photo of his, which is right.
To be honest, I thought I'd get a better photo from Mason.
You thought you'd get something better than that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too.
I'm pretty disappointed, to be honest.
PG Live.
PG Live.
All right. Yeah, photos here. So, this and that. This one, blown out. You know. So Mason's 904 Grom Squad member, Wally's old stomping crew. So we can be a little harsh on him. This photo, it's a little blown out. I would probably go black and white if I'm gonna keep it like that. Bring down the highlights a bit. There you go. Maybe the exposure a little bit. Shadows up a tad. Whites up a little bit. So before, after, before. Well, it's freezing again. After. So hold on, guys. Pause. Resume. All right. Before, after. There you go. So this is what he submitted. That's what I do. So just to highlight, I mean, just bring down the highlights a little bit. It's a little blown out. This one right here. You know, I like the sunset. That lens flare right there is kind of distracting. But, again, probably bring the highlights down a little bit in the back. Contrast up a little bit. Maybe a little bit of clarity. So something like that. And then I would just bring my highlights down up here. Boom. So that's pretty good. Probably bring the exposure up a little bit. So before and after. Hold on, guys. So Wally,
What?
give me some questions, man. This thing keeps freezing.
Yeah, can you edit Miles' waist a little bit thinner?
No.
That's from Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah. So this is.
Oh, how many nipples do you have?
This is before, and that's after.
You gotta answer the nipple question.
It's still 2.
Still 2. I told him 3.
Working on the third one now. So before and after, good shots, Mason. I've seen better out of you, so resubmit with something better. But here's just the editing again. That's just kind of how I do it. Just make it a little bit, bring up the clarity a little bit more contrast. But pretty good shots, buddy. And thanks, shout out to Mason. You know, go check him out, Dusk Rider Vlogs. He uploads like once every 3 years. But he hooked it up. I just did the number plate on mine. He gave me all the information to pretty much copy his number plate. So I appreciate it, buddy. You'll see that. If you guys are around after the show, check in on Snapchat. We're going to hit up the stunt lot, and I'll show you the new plate. All right, moving right along, we're going to go to Cameron. Let's bring up Cameron's information here. So Cameron is a local Tampa Grom Squad member. Cameron, he's in Pinellas County, Florida. Tampa Grom Squad. His bike includes a white 17 Honda Grom P-Tex. Is that right? Tailpiece? Have you ever heard of that? P-Tex? Petex?
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Okay, tailpiece is just a fender mirror, I guess. He's got levers, no name mirrors, flush mount turn signals, integrated tail light. Wrapped Headlight 5. Wrapped Headlight 5. Wrapped Headlight. Oh, he's answering. Camera info is a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. First submission is by the lake. So that's his submission there. Have you ridden with Cameron yet?
No. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know half the people in our thing.
Yeah, so our Tampa Grom squad has kind of blown up recently. We got a lot of new faces. I just went riding for the first time with the group in a while. I don't know, a couple days ago, and like six of the 8 people were new faces. So it's awesome that we're expanding. Cameron, good shots. This photo, probably your worst photo. I think that's the one you want to use. That's a horrible photo. This one's probably your best, except for you did some weird spot meter into it.
He's got it on his headlights too,
Oh, did
right?
he put this on there too?
I think it's tinted.
You think he tinted his reflector?
Look at the other one.
Yeah, that's...
See, it's on his...
Oh, yeah, maybe he did tint his reflector. Okay. So, Cameron, I don't know if you tinted your reflector, but I think you did some color... maybe you didn't. It almost looks like you did color, like spot coloring, like you brought down all the colors except for the whites and maybe the greens. But maybe you didn't. I mean, that's just...
Hey, he said the submission is the big lake.
The big lake. This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, that one's gone. This one here. Okay. I still like this one better. So this one's simpler. This you have a lot of, even though it's okay, again, I always tell people turn their Grom sideways. That way we can see all of it. I like this one better. So you got the arches that lead your eye. So with photography, you want to lead the eye to your subject. So whatever your subject is, you have 2 little arrows pretty much with this arch here pointing right to the Grom, which you centered perfectly in the middle. So besides it just being a little dark on this side, I think that's a great photo right there. Yeah, I guess you didn't do spot metering because I'm bringing up your shadows. I can see everything. So I would probably spend some time on this and really dial this in. So all I'm doing is bring out the shadows on this. I would bring down the shadows on like a spot brush. So just a localization brush. I'd bring these back down. I'd spend a lot more time doing this though. And bring my eye back there. I like that. I like that. Maybe bring that down a little bit. Bring that up a little bit. And maybe a little bit of
Hey, what levers do you have?
I have a How Racework lever for clutch and a stock on the stock clutch or stock brake How Racework shorty. So black and white would actually look pretty good on this one, to be honest. So I'd probably bring that like that. I like your archways. Bring it down just a little bit. I might get rid of that spotlight back there, that street light. Bring my feather down. So I would say this one's probably your best one, Cameron, this shot right here. So I would spend some more time on it, but I think black and white works. Maybe straighten your wheel out on the next one, but I like how you use the arches right there. You brought the arches to the center point, which is, not the rule of thirds. So while we was talking about rule of thirds, so this is dead in the middle, but it works because you got equal stuff on either side, so it brings your eye right to the subject. So this works perfectly.
I like that now. It looks real good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, huh?
I love the 17 stock exhaust.
Yeah.
Best part of the bike.
So Wally's a trendsetter. Who started that?
Actually Mason did.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't know he had one though. That was when I moved down here to Tampa.
He doesn't have a stock exhaust.
Not anymore. He had a 17 stock exhaust.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Credit where credit's due, Mason. Two for two.
But he only had it on there for like a week. He said he bottomed out on curbs a lot.
Yeah.
But I didn't know until I put it on, and then he's like, "Oh, I did that too," and I was like, I bottom out curbs all the time. I was like,
but you didn't know when you put it on.
No, I had no idea.
So you trendsetted it.
I trendsetted it.
You didn't know.
At least here in Tampa.
Yeah. So Wally kind of started at least in Tampa, where we all put our stock exhaust back on our Groms and leave them on there. 17s on 15, 14 Groms, or just leave them on the 17s. Just helps a lot when we're out riding. We don't draw attention to ourselves. And then stunt lots. So we're going to a stunt lot tonight where we're going to be very, very quiet. All right, let's move on. We're going to wrap this up pretty soon because we want to go hit the stunt lot. So we got 2 more left, and then we're going to vote on this and then head out to the stunt lot. Let's move on to the next one, who comes in from Mr. Andrew Parker. Andrew is part of the Andrew? He's part of the 904 Grom Squad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
904 Grom Squad, Mr. Andrew Parker. He lives in Jacksonville, Florida. He has a 2017 Honda Grom. He shot these with his Samsung Galaxy Mega. His question is, best way to start the wheelies? Best way to start wheelie, I think, to learn how to start wheelies.
Just go hang out with Garrett and Mason, and they'll get you up.
Just go hang out with Garrett. So if you're in the 904 Grom Squad in Jacksonville, but Garrett and Mason don't really like hanging out with people.
That's true.
Yeah.
If you want a wheelie, pull the clutch in.
Yep.
Rev the limiter. Drop the clutch.
In first gear.
In first gear at like 3 miles an hour.
And lean all the way back.
It'll come up.
So, yeah, the best way to start a wheelie, that's how you do it to finish it. Rear brake. Yeah, so I'll answer that from my standpoint because Wally's a pro.
Oh, hey, so...
All right, hold that question.
Oh, okay.
All right, so best way to start a wheelie, in my opinion, is with the short sit downs. So learn your sit downs. Clutching, you got to get used to that. So just go 5-6 miles an hour, pull in the clutch, stay on the gas, pull in the clutch, give it a little bit more gas, and pop the clutch. So just release the clutch. Your front end's going to come up. The first few times, you're going to feel like you're in outer space. You're probably that far off the ground, and then you progress more and more. Wally would say, learn how to work the rear brake, your foot brake. Yeah, I mean, it took me a lot before I got to the point where I was going to loop. So you get scared, you let off way before you're going to loop on your first few. So that's how I would recommend just getting the feel of bringing the wheel up, is just popping the clutch in first gear, going 5 or 6 miles an hour, bring it up a little bit, put it down, and then progress, and then move to stand-ups, get a sub-cage, and yeah, practice like anything else. All right, let's go.
Tell them to check the Photogromer Instagram live tonight for a wheelie tutorial.
Sure, yeah. So we'll be on Instagram live later tonight. So if you didn't tune in live and you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow on Instagram. We do live every show. So I might actually do it on Facebook Live. I haven't done that yet. So tune in to Instagram or Snapchat. You'll always see good stuff there. All right, let's get back to the pictures. All right. So what do you think, Mr. Wally? This is your boy up in Jacksonville.
Dark.
It's racist.
Light.
So yeah, so I mean, the first picture, that's a very dark picture. That's like a snapshot. So that's not even like a good Snapchat picture. So that's a crappy one. We'll get rid of that. Rejected. Inside the garage, good looking garage. It's very clean.
Is he got a lift in his garage?
Yeah, he's got a lift.
Oh, that's probably at work.
Okay.
That one, if it wasn't so shady.
So dark again. So that's a bad one. Oh, how about this one, Wally?
Hard to see the bike.
Good silhouette shot. There it is.
There we go.
Hey-o.
Something.
All right. So, yeah, man. So with these shots, especially you said you were shooting with your iPhone, I think, right? Galaxy Mega. I don't know what that is. Let's go through the mods real quick. Proton 500 front turn signals, LED round skull rear signals, Andu 2-pin relay. I guess that's just a relay. Engine sliders, K9 air filter, airbox mod removed, small intake, Vagabond fender eliminator, crater bar end mirrors, brake light flasher module, i5 black front pegs, Yoshimura exhaust, red shorty levers, and the bride's seat still in shipping. So yeah, I mean, when you buy from MMS Accessories in Thailand, it takes like 2 months to get in. That's the same seat I have. Good looking Grom, black with red works. So with the Yoshimura, I think this is the best scheme out there. If you're going to keep red calipers and have the Yoshimura, I like the black with the red.
Do you have a cover on it?
On what?
A Catco, whatever.
Kitako. Yeah, it does look like it. Or he's got, maybe that's just sliders.
Got red something.
Yeah, I think that's just a slider right there. He's got like an engine slider right there. Yeah, good looking bike. I like what you're doing. The bar end mirrors, I think 2 are kind of obnoxious. Maybe just do 1. And then get some aftermarket bars, unless you're like really tall, and these are the only ones that work. But if you get aftermarket bars, you'll get a lot more room on them. These shots right here for photos, yeah, these, this, yeah. I think that, was this the guy that said he was drunk when he submitted? What? I think this might have been one of these guys submitted and was drunk, and then submitted again the next day. That might have been the next guy.
10,000 likes, and Eric will shave his head.
Yeah, 10,000 likes. I'll pick this thing. Fundraiser. We'll do hair for locks. Yeah, photos, just watch your shadows. So this is really dark. I'm not even sure I can bring this, how much I can bring this up. So shadows here. So when you bring it up too much, you see it gets all pixelated. So there's not much to work with. Again, in the shade, if you're doing any photos, just work all phones. If you touch on the subject, it'll autofocus, or not autofocus, but auto exposure. So just make sure you're properly exposed. Good looking bike. Yeah, photos. Just maybe do it in the sun a little bit more, and just watch your shadows. All right, let's move on to the last one, which is Mr. Kevin. I think this is the guy that Kevin. Yeah, I think this is the guy that was drunk and then resubmitted. So he submitted, and then the next day he's like, I was really drunk. Here's some more photos. So I don't remember which one. I just downloaded all of them. I think the first 3 was his first submission. The second ones were his second one. All right, Kevin. He's got a 2017 Grom. He's from Burlington, North Carolina. His mods include a zoom twin loop, Chimera intake with Sage 6 filter, 14 tooth front, 36 in the back, custom stainless 12 bar that he made, Blaster X tail light and smoke front signals. All photos captured with his iPhone SE, so don't hate too much. I'm not gonna hate, man. Much. So here's his custom 12 bars. Take a look at that. What do you think, Mr. Wally?
It's nice and short.
It's shiny.
It is shiny.
That is.
I wonder how many bolts are on that.
It
looks like it's only bolted in like.
Well,
right there,
like two, right?
Spots,
Just the 2 spots here. So you got 4 bolts underneath here. Where, well, that might be a plate right there. You see that right there?
Yeah. Well,
that lip.
I mean, for structural, you should have had it go all the way.
Yeah.
But he should be good. It's fine. It'll protect the light.
Yeah. If anything, it'll just break off, and then you'll be all right. I mean, it's free too. He probably made it himself, so it costs like $3 in steel. Even though that's like solid.
Oh, it's solid. Yeah.
Yeah, some good stuff. Let's see what he's got here sticker wise. He's got a zoom. He's got a Fulgen sticker, some bar end mirrors. Yeah, the photos. Let's see. This is probably your best one right there. I think these are the drunk shots.
The drunk shots.
Which, you know, they're not that much worse than your sober shots. What is this? Oh, he's got the airbox mod. He's got a cone. This is probably your best shot right here, the sideways shot. Yeah, I mean, decent shot. I like the fountain in the background. That's fun. Fountains are fun. I like your exhaust. The zoom, isn't that like the Thailand one?
The zoom?
Yeah,
that's the one everyone's putting on the Z125s and everything.
They're like really inexpensive too, right?
Apparently they're pretty good quality.
Yeah, that's what I hear. So quick edit right here. Just bringing the focus here. The curb, I can't really get rid of it. I'm gonna get a crazy angle here, but it just makes it a little cleaner if you don't have distractions in the foreground. So
that looks a lot better just like that.
Thank you, Wally. I do this for a living. So before and after, the blues, when you bring the shadows up that much, I brought the vibrance up, kind of go a little bonkers. So I'll bring that down a little bit, bring the greens up for the grass. There we go, boom, boom. So yeah, good shots, man. I wonder if I can see that custom bar underneath.
Hey, what's your favorite sport?
Hockey. Good looking Grom. Photo wise, yeah, just watch your distractions in the foregrounds. Shoot landscape. Try to stay away from these verticals unless you're just doing Snapchats. Hey, look, there's a swan in the background. That's cool. So
vote for the swan.
Vote for the swan. Yeah, like, you know, keep shooting. It's like anything else. Like someone asked, you know, what it's like to wheelie or how to wheelie. It just takes more practice. You just start getting more natural and you start seeing stuff. So you'll see, for example, let me just reset this. Kind of like wheelies, when you get it up, you get a feel for it. When you're taking photos, you take enough, you start seeing stuff like that. You see distractions, and then you just frame it a different way. So the more you shoot, the better you're gonna get. So just keep shooting, keep doing wheelies, you'll get better at it. All right, let's do a recap real quick, then we'll start taking some votes. If you have any questions, ask them now. Otherwise, we're just gonna do a recap. So let's go through them. We're just gonna, and when you vote, you're gonna vote 1, 2, or 3. We'll start here. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's do it like that. Do it like that. Do it like that. 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 And that. All right. So out of these 5 stars. So Adobe Lightroom is what I use for all these. So let's go with, these are all out of order. Shit. All right, let's go with, dang. Number 1, damn it. This is going to be tough. All right, we're just going to do this a different way.
Do them like that.
All right, so we're just going to do it. Just pay attention. So this is going to be number 1 here, which is Mr. Mason. If you want to vote, just wait till you're to the end. Number 1 is Mason. Number 2 is Grom Garage, Battleship. Number 3 is this rolling shot here. Number 4 is Cameron's Under the Bridge shot. Number 5 is By the Lake. And number 6 is this Fooligan shot here. And number 7 is Jordan shot on the boardwalk. And number 8 is the War Dog, Warfighter shot right here. So let's go through them one more time. Vote for your favorites. So we got, top left, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So top left being number 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, they have numbers next one?
No.
What about now? Now they do. Okay, so bring these up. Boom. Okay, so there we go. We got numbers on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go ahead and vote in the live chat. Let's see what people are voting.
We got a 2 so far.
You got a 2, you got a 1, 5, and 6.
That doesn't count.
This guy's voting like he's voting for the elections. So 1, 2, got a couple 2s, couple Masons, 2, got a 6, 4. Don't vote for Mason. Got another 2. Got a 2 and a 3.
Number 8. Pick number 8.
Number 8's there.
There's a lot of stuff coming in.
2s and 3s again. 2. 2. Is that a Happy Face 8? No, that's Grom Garage voting for 2. Moto Miyagi 2. Mike Jones 2. I'm seeing a lot of 2s.
I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to start counting.
All right. 2 and 3. Okay, we're going to do semi-files here. Okay, guys. We're just going to do these 3 right here. So out of these 3...
I'm pretty sure Battleship made it in.
That's Battleship right there. Second one.
I mean the war guy.
Oh, what number was that?
8.
8? Okay. So we'll do that one too. Okay, we'll do these 4. Okay, out of these 4 guys... 1, 2, 3, and 4. So clear the slate while we type something. So just say 1, 2, 3, or 4. So gonna have a countdown here. Gonna vote on these 4 semifinals here. So what are you doing? Why are you doing DDDs?
I cleared it out.
Okay. All right. So out of these 4, let's see what people vote. I'll bring this here. All right. Vote again. New vote. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, let's see what we got here. Alright, while we're doing that, I'm going to remind you guys, we'll be at the Smoky Mountain Crawl June 7th through 11th in Townsend, Tennessee. Wally, myself, Tyler, Jordan, Mike, and Mike from Sarasota all joining us. So make sure you guys come out. Plus, Grom Garage will be there. Fooligan will be there. Grommy Bear, Keith. Who else is coming? A whole bunch of guys from Jacksonville. Orlando guys are coming. So if you guys don't have any plans, or even if you do have plans, cancel them. Come down to Townsend, Tennessee. Man in the Box, Smoky Mountain Crawl. 700 plus bikes. Going to be a huge turnout. We got a cabin, so we'll do like a meet and greet one of those days. We'll be there Friday morning through Monday. So if you guys want to come out, drink some beers, ride some twisties, do some wheelies, Smoky Mountain Crawl. Make sure you come out. Townsend, Tennessee, Tail of the Dragon. All right.
I see the winner.
Who's the winner?
The winner is number 2.
Number 2.
No matter how much I wanted it to be the...
You wanted to be number 8.
4.
All right. So number 2, my boy from Grom Garage, Mr. Justin, redeeming himself. Congratulations, Justin.
Oh,
clapping.
Hey.
All right, so Justin will be at Smoky Mountain Crawl with this bike, so he is deemed the winner. We'll mark him as red, and bada bing, bada boom. So he is now competing. So
I still like number 4 the best.
Number 4, I did a good edit on that. I'm not gonna lie.
You did. I like that one.
I mean, it started out. He gave me a lot of good stuff to work out with. So, and this was the one that he's the Rhode Island guy, right?
Yeah.
That had like the total shitty filter ones the previous time. So, what was his name again?
MSX Warhawk.
MSX Warhawk, dude. You improved a lot from your previous ones. Pay attention to these lead-in lines. A shot that I focused on this one. Take more shots like that. Try to do them landscape. Resubmit. And you might walk away with a win. So if you want to submit to Photogromer Live, episode 5, again, will be the Showcase Showdown. So the winners from the previous 4 episodes are going to reshoot and then compete. So the next episode will be on June 12th, I think it is. Yeah, I want to say June 12th. It's a Tuesday after the crawl. We'll get back. So let's go with June 12th. And those 4 winners will be competing with new shots for the winner of the winners. But for this time, Mr. Justin won. So Justin won. He's going to get a feature on the website, get a printout of this, some stickers mailed to him. Congratulations, buddy. If you want to submit, photogromer.com/live. Get your submissions in. Episode 6 you'll be on. We have no submissions for episode 6, so get them in there. Even if you submitted previously, take new shots, take better shots, resubmit, and you can win too. We'll have episode 6 2 weeks after the Showcase Showdown, which again is the Tuesday after the crawl, which is June 12th. So Justin will be competing with these guys right here. Let's go ahead and move him to the winners circle. So stay right here. Justin goes to winners. So
can you send Warhawk the edit?
Yeah, I can send that to you, man. Put on Instagram. So Justin will be competing with Faith Ryan Johnny, who won episode 2, Blaine, who won episode 1, and Steven, who won episode 3. So the 4 of them, go back out, take new photos, beat your last photos, resubmit before the 12th, and you guys will be competing for the winner of the winner, and you'll be crowned the god of Photogromer Live submissions for at least 4 episodes, and probably send you out some goodies too. So congratulations to Justin. Awesome shot. Awesome looking bike. Look forward to the resubmissions for you guys. Again, if you want to submit, get on the show. Photogromer Live photogromer.com/live and submit. Read the guidelines, submit. You'll get a notification within 24 hours. Wally and myself got to go. We're going to hit up the stunt lot. Do some wheelies, some loopies maybe.
No loopies.
No loopies.
Well, Eric might loop out.
I might loop out.
I'm
But
not gonna loop out.
follow me on Snapchat, @Photogromer, on Instagram. We'll go live from there. You want them to follow you too?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so follow Wally on
Instagram. That's all I got.
no, just Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, Instagram. He's
Walster13.
Walster13. Put it in the description below. But appreciate the support, appreciate the comments, everybody that tuned in for the live show. Thank you guys. If you're watching this after the show, make sure you subscribe. Like this video if you haven't done it already. Come back and comment because the comments don't translate. Let me know what you liked about the show. If you want Mr. Wally back, let me know.
I got 2 so far.
2 what?
They want me back.
They want him back. All right, so Wally might be a permanent fixture here of my couch.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, we'll have him back. So episode 5, the Showcase Showdown, June 12th. Mr. Wally will be back in there right after Smoky Mountain Crawl. Clear your schedule, right?
But yeah, I got you.
All right, guys, appreciate the support, and we're going to close it out. Let me just go ahead and find my little cutoff here, and we'll see you in Tennessee if you guys are heading out. Thanks for watching.